idea was kind of, okay, if you do in a 48-hour film project, you make like a film from like 8 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes. And a feature film is somewhere between 60 and 90. So how can you bridge that gap? How can you do that? Kind of, how can you make as a short filmmaker? How can you kind of start from this 8 minutes that you know how to make a good film? How can you extend that to 60 or 90 minutes? And then basically the idea was, how would it be if you don't do that on your own? So if you don't do that as one team, but if you go with multiple teams, you know, if you are with multiple teams and you are with 5 teams and everybody makes like 14 or 15 minutes of film and you somehow can put those pieces together, then you have a feature film. You know, if you go to the 48-hour, it's like you have this weekend, you know, and you work together, and this weekend in itself becomes some kind of point where everything starts to happen. Because you know it's that weekend, you know you have to perform, and then it works. So what we basically said, like what in the 48-hour is the weekend for a short film, we're going to do the same time box, but in 48 days, and we're going to make a feature film. The first thing is, okay, let's do it collectively, together with more teams. And the second thing is, how can you do that in a time box, that you get the same energy like the 48-hour, that you say, okay, we start, we get random elements, we have no idea, but we know that we have a certain amount of time, and after that time, the feature film needs to break it. So first is do it collectively, second is to use this time box and then 48 days.
Come on, honey. Rose is making lunch. We have to appease Grandma.
Body feels weird.
48 days also starts like the 48 hours, and then you get some random elements. Kind of that's roughly the same as the 48 hours. So you get a prop, you get a line, and basically what we did, we draw the elements, and we first went into a wild brainstorm. So from that kind of, coming from this crazy brainstorming, we went to the stage of pitching, where anybody could say like, hey, I have this great idea, and present it as kind of a log line. And then most of the time something magic happens. The first thing is people say like, oh wow, we have a lot of things, you know? We don't know what to do. And then somebody says like, but how would it be if we combine this thing with the drones from that film, and then da-da-da-da-da, and then things start happening. So the thing is pitching. So first crazy brainstorm, second pitching, picking out the pearls, and from there kind of coming to a point where we say like, hey, now we have a concept that we all believe in and that we all support.
You guys don't give up, do you? You know I can't let you get away with that book.
So the first weekend is kind of getting those 2 or 3 pages done where everybody agrees on. And then there is 1 week where people literally start writing the scenes, and so that's how the project starts. And then roughly after 2 weeks, kind of the whole script is ready. And in this last week of those 2 weeks, also the pre-production starts. And then kind of the production, and that's like 3 weeks. So 2 weeks of script writing and pre-planning, and then 3 weeks of shooting.
No problem, dude. Yeah, Courtney will like this guy. Oh, what the crap, already?
Kind of now we made we made 2 ones in the Netherlands. We made like I think 4 international ones. And for next year, so 2019, we love to make one basically South America, Latin America. And that's where you come in.
Cervecita. No, gracias. Estoy apurado.
Kind of what you might consider a signing is that in a way we know it's not always kind of an easy process of just put like 5 filmmakers together who don't know each other or only know each other shortly, and then say, okay, let's make a feature film together. So we're going to do a pilot. We're not going to make a feature film, but we're going to make a short film in that weekend. It's in a way, it's like a 48 hour. It's like 48 hours. So we're also going to see if we can pick some elements from a real 48 hour. The thing is, you don't have to shoot so much. You know, if you have 5 teams, you all shoot like 1 minute. You know, but the thing is, can we come up with a story that kind of fits? It's about to check like how does this work together, and you know, kind of in a way, can we find a common style? And can we agree on a common script? And does it make sense to put that in 5 different parts, so to say? So it's not so much an experiment of making a film because we trust that you can make films, but it's more like, hey, how can this work together? And how can we actually make within 48 hour, a 48 hour film? So that's like somewhere between 5 and 7 minutes, but then really shot in 5 different locations.
Have you found what you're looking for?
I can't find them in any of these. There are too many, and I can't seem to get past its borders.
These borders are in your mind.
One thing already happens with the selection of the teams. So in a way, what we want teams who share kind of a taste or a style. Kind of in a way, if there is somebody who has a completely different style as another team, it probably won't make so much sense to put them together. So in a way, what we also will do in the selection of the teams that are going to work together, it's also like checking, hey, is this the same kind of style, both in the storytelling as in the visual style? So there is part of it happens already in the pre-selection. And then at some point when the story gets clear, it's kind of the director sitting together and saying like, hey, how can we do this in one film with one style or with 4 or 5 variations of a certain style? So there are 1,000 reasons why such a project could not work. And actually there was only one reason why such a project could work. It's by just people saying like, okay, yes, we can do it, with belief in this.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Nos vemos ali y hagamos que esto suceda.
Some movies do need grounding, some of them need height. If you use a drone, you get a better side. Actors and technicians get into the flow. The next shot has to work, cause the battery's low. All droned out when my drone flies up above. All droned out. I just get all the shots that I love. This encore has a message, did you get it, man? Use as many drone shots as you ever can.